Welcome to episode 60 of Uncovering the Corners of the World podcast. I'm your host, Karina Kasmala, using research and my personal experiences where I actually set foot in some of these places. I'll be describing some of the unknown attractions in both the US and around the world. To end 2022, we are traveling across the United States, visiting winter festivals, carnivals, and other winter-themed attractions. For our first attraction, we stay in Colorado and drive to 231 South Frontage Road East in Vail, Colorado, to the Colorado Snow Sports Museum and Hall of Fame. The museum showcases the history of how the ski industry evolved from Scandinavian miners to the 1860s, to the development of ski lifts and the National Ski Patrol. There are also exhibits describing the 10th Mountain Division, along with the equipment and gear that they used. The 10th Mountain Division were mountain troopers of World War II. They trained at Camp Hale, a training site in the Colorado Rocky Mountains. They learned rock climbing, downhill skiing, winter mountain survival techniques, as well as other skills. There are also exhibits that tell the stories of inspiring men and women that had a tremendous impact on the Colorado snow sports industry, and those that were inducted into the Hall of Fame. There are also displays of snow sports equipment, such as snowboards, and a timeline of sports competitions. Before we travel to another state, we attend the Steamboat Springs Winter Carnival, held in Steamboat Springs, Colorado. It's an event that adds a twist to the town's Wild West culture by adding snow. Skijoring is a sport where skiers hold onto a rope as horses pull them down a snow-covered street. This is just one of the events at the Steamboat Springs Winter Carnival that you probably won't see anywhere else. There's also the three-legged ski race, an obstacle course, or participating in a race to shovel Lincoln Avenue while being towed by a horse. This is only a few of the spectacles that you'll see during this 5-day extravaganza. The 110th Steamboat Springs Winter Carnival began in 1914, and it's held the second week in February every year. The goal of the carnival was to find ways to help the community enjoy winter. In 1914, the first carnival included events like ski jumping, cross-country, snowboarding, freestyle, and racing down the slopes of Holson Hill. The Steamboat Springs Winter Carnival is expected to be held on February 8th through February 12th, 2023, and your ticket is buying a Winter Carnival button designed by young artists from the local community. Our next attraction takes us to a carnival that was first held in 1886, 2 years longer than the famous Tournament of Roses. The St. Paul Winter Carnival is a 10-day-long carnival held in St. Paul, Minnesota, and it is hosted by the St. Paul Festival and Heritage Foundation. Some of the events include a scavenger hunt, a puzzle contest, crowning the snow monarchs, and an ice fishing tournament. The St. Paul Carnival is tied with the legend of Boreas, who is the king of the winds, and Vulcanus Rex, the god of fire. These two were at war with each other to end winter. In 2023, the St. Paul Carnival is scheduled to be held on January 26th through February 5th, 2023. Our last stop is to the city of Okoboji in Dixon County, Iowa, where each year they host the University of Okoboji Winter Games. The first Okoboji Winter Games were held in 1981, and they had a small broomball tournament on the frozen waters at the fish hatchery. Broomball is a sport similar to hockey, except players wear shoes instead of skates and push a ball rather than a hockey puck on the ice rink. Today, there are plenty of activities to take part in, both indoors and outdoors. You can play a friendly game of pickleball at the Spirit Lake High School, run into a freezing pond wearing only a swimsuit as part of the polar plunge. You can participate in the human dog sled races where one person sits on an inflatable tube while a group of people pull them down a 20-foot track. You can also see how far you can throw an empty keg during the keg toss event or watch a broomball match. The Okoboji Winter Games also hosts live music performances by various artists and a chili cook-off to taste different versions of homemade chili. The Okoboji Winter Games is expected to be held on January 26th through January 29th, 2023. Thank you for listening to this week's episode. If you want to learn more about the Colorado Ski Museum, visit the website snowsportsmuseum.org. To read more about the Steamboat Springs Winter Carnival, check out the websites www.sswsc.org/events/winter carnival and the website steamboatchamber.com/events/annual events/steamboat winter carnival. To learn more about the St. Paul Winter Carnival, visit the website wintercarnival.com. Lastly, if you want to see what other events you can watch at the Okoboji Winter Games, visit the website www.ufowintergames.com. Be on the lookout for the first episode of 2023, where we will be venturing off to the coldest place on Earth. Have a great week and Happy New Year.